to your Monday morning stretch. So thank you for joining me this morning. You're not going to need any special equipment throughout this routine. You're just going to need some space to move around in and your mat when we move down onto the floor. This particular routine has got very much an upper body focus, but we will make it whole body when we move down onto the mat a little bit later on in the session to loosen out through our backs and through our legs. But to begin with, in standing, we're going to do lots and lots of movement for the shoulders, the ribs, and to loosen through the upper body generally. As with all of the routines that we do together, if you experience any pain or discomfort, then I want you to stop or modify to something that suits you better. You know your body best, so just go with what feels right for you. If you feel unwell, make sure you stop. If you're exercising alone, it's a good idea to have a method of communication nearby. Just have a phone handy in case you need to reach out for any help. I've got a chair there. You might want to have a piece of furniture nearby because we will be getting up and down off the floor. So if you need a little bit of extra help with that, then that's all good too. Okay, let's get started. So if you can stand with your feet just in a nice comfortable stance position, your arms hanging down by your side so the weight of your arms pulls your shoulders away from your ears. I would like you to nod your chin to your chest, then allow your shoulders to roll as we lean forwards, and you can slide your hands down your legs. Just go as far as feels comfortable to manage right now, and then we come back up and up to stand tall. And we're going to do that again. Really concentrate on nodding chin to chest. Now, if you can also pull your belly button through towards your back so that you're pulling in the tummy, keep the chin tucked, reach as far as you're comfortable to manage, and then come back up again. So really focus on that curve of the spine, pulling the belly button through to the back. We're going to do 3 more. Use your breath. So a nice big deep inhale to start. And then an exhale as you come through. Tighten your tummy muscles. Chin stays on the chest. Arms slide down the legs as far as you're comfortable to manage before you come all the way back up. 2 more. Inhale at the top. Use your breath out to take you down. When you get to the end of your range, take a big breath in. Breathe into the back of the ribs. And then breathe out, bring yourself back up. And let's do that one last time. Big deep breath in. And breath out. Get to the end of the range. Make sure your chin is tucked, your belly button is pulled through towards the back as you roll yourself back up. Using the exhale to bring you up nice and tall. Chest comes open. Good stuff. Alrighty, just give the arms and the legs a little bit of a jiggle. Then back into that comfortable stance position. We're going to do some shoulder rolls. Now, I often start our routines with a shoulder roll, and away we go. And it is good just to kind of wake up the body. But as we do them this time, I want you to really think about the movement and the rotation of your arms as we do that. So we're going to start off just with arms down by your side. At the moment, your thumbs should be pointing forwards, palms are in towards one another. Now, if you roll or rotate your arm bows forward, your thumbs will go towards the back, and now your backs of your hands are facing inwards towards each other. And then we'll do the exact opposite of that. So thumbs come forward, palms are now facing each other, but if you continue to go around, the palms are going to face out and the thumbs are facing to the back of the room. So just do a few of those, twisting all the way forwards with the arms, twisting all the way back with the arms. Now let's turn that into a shoulder roll. So if we roll or rotate the arms outwards, so now palms are facing outwards, thumbs are to the back of the room. Lift your shoulders up around your ears. And then we're going to open the front of the chest as the arms push back. And then you're going to turn the thumbs round so that you've now got thumbs to the back of the room and back to the hands facing each other. Come up, roll and rotate the arms and keep going with that movement. So it's a really exaggerated shoulder roll as we bring the shoulders forwards, up, open and round. Let's do that one last time. Rotate the arms in, bring the shoulders up, open and round. Let's do the reverse of that. So we've now got palms facing outwards, thumbs to the back of the room. We're going to push the shoulder blades back and together, lift them up, and then you rotate at the arms, bringing the thumbs to the back to the hands together. And keep going with that one. Really exaggerate the rotation through the arms. Good. And the roll of the shoulders. Let's just do one more. Good. And then a little shake and a jiggle. Gosh, there was a few crunches and clicks from my shoulders there. I don't know about yours, but they're certainly feeling a lot more mobile, a lot more open now. Let's continue with that sort of idea. What I'd like you to do next is bring the arms up and out. So you've got palms facing down towards the floor, thumbs are pointing forwards, reach through to the very, very tips of your fingers. Now we're going to lean over to one side. So I'm trying to stretch through to the very tips of those fingers and come back up, and just shifting my upper body a little bit as I do that. So feet stay firmly planted to the floor. Let's go to the other side. Reach, 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 and come back in. And again, over to the other side. Reach, reach, reach. Keep your heels, both sides firmly planted to the floor. Come back in. Over to the other side. Look through beyond the tips of your fingers. Come back in. One more each side. Good. And then come back. Just let the arms come down. Give them a little swing. Now we're going with just this side. Arm out to the side. And you're going to slide and reach like we did, but at the same time, lift your palm up. So we're rotating the arm, palm up to the ceiling, and come back. Palm is now down to the floor. Let's do that again. Reaching over, pull back through. Reaching over, pull back through. Two more this way, and then we swap. Reaching over, palm up to the ceiling, pull back through. And again, reaching over, palm up to the ceiling, look towards the tips of the fingers, come back through, bring that arm down by the side, give it a little swing. And then we do the same on this side, so up and out. You're going to turn the palm up to the ceiling, look at the hand and reach. Come back down and through. Reach. And come back through. Good. Turn the palm up, look at the hand. Come back through. Let's just do two more like this. Over. And in. Over. And in. Come down and give that arm a little bit of a shake. Okay, we're going to try and do that so we do opposite sides. Both arms are working at the same time. We're going to come up. Now we're going over this way. Palm goes up and we look and reach. Now as we shift our way over to the other side, you're going to rotate the arms. So the other palm is now up, other one's down. And keep twisting and shifting. Twist and shift. Good. So really working through the torso, stretching through the arms. We'll go two more each way. Reach. Reach. Good. Bring the arms down. Give them a good old loosen off. Give yourself a little bit of a jiggle before we do even more upper body stretches. So we're going to bring the arms up and out to the side. Palms face forward this time. And then you're going to wrap your arms around yourself. Give yourself a big hug. And just notice which arm is uppermost at the moment. Because when we open out and go again, you're going to swap. So the other arm is on top. You open out, raise the eye line. Wrap the arms across the body and knock the chin down towards the chest now. Round the spine a little bit. Up and open. Wrap, bringing the other arm on top. Up and open. Now, when we wrap the arms this time, there's a potential add-on that you can do. So from here, keep your elbows together, but see if you can get your hands to cross over each other. There, and open. Let's try that again. So it's a bit tricky. Your arms across, and then keep the elbows together, but rotating So you bring the palms to cross, there, and open. If that doesn't feel right for you, just keep doing the hug and open. But you've got that option of adding an extra twist through the shoulders. And go at a pace that suits you. Nice wide, full breaths. Last time round now. Cross with that wrap. If you want to open, good. And give the arms a little jiggle. Neck going from side to side. Turn and look over either shoulder. Good. Alrighty, we've got one last little bit in standing, and then we're going to move down on towards the mat. So, what I'd like you to do here, I'm going to turn around and face the back so you can see. I'm going to bring one hand up, and I'm trying to touch sort of somewhere at the nape of my neck there, elbow up high. The other hand comes behind my back, so the back of the hand is facing my torso, facing my back. And then we reach up, round, and swap that over. Good. So we go up, round, swap over. So you got one hand high, one hand low. Now, if you're able to try and creep your hands towards each other, so you can get the fingertips somewhere towards touching, then give that a try. Elbow up on that top arm, up, round, and open. Up, round, and open. Up, round, and open. Should we just do one more each side? My ponytail's getting in the way. I keep hitting myself. Last one, up, round, and open. Good. Marvelous. Right, we're moving down onto the floor now. So into a 4-point position. So if you can have your toes tucked underneath and your hands down on the floor with the fingers splayed out nice and wide. So this next movement, I sometimes call it flossing the shoulders. So it's kind of like a cat stretch, but there's less curve and round in the back. What I actually want you to do is when you lower your breastbone to the floor, allow your shoulder blades to squeeze together. It's kind of like your shoulders going up around your ears. And then you're going to push the floor away from you, opening the shoulder blades apart. And then you go again. So squeeze the shoulder blades together, shoulders up around your ears. Then push the floor away, nice strong straight elbows. And again, come down and up. So you'll see it's sort of like a cat stretch, but most of the movement is coming through your upper body. Strong straight elbows. Squeeze the shoulder blades together as the breastbone lowers and then push the floor away. Open the shoulder blades apart. Let's just do 2 more. Good, lovely. Now we're going to take the pressure off the wrists. I'm going to sit back onto my heels with my toes tucked underneath because that does add a nice little stretch through the muscles at the front of our thighs and to tuck those toes underneath. If that doesn't feel comfortable for you, then you could sit cross-legged, you could just sit with your legs out in front. You could even pop yourself into a chair if that feels better. Just for a few moments, we're going to do some wrist and some finger stretches. So if you can have arms up, and then you're just going to circle at the wrists, nice and easy. Fingers are soft, and we circle around. Now pay attention to which direction your hands are going in, because what I'd like you to do now is circle in the opposite direction. Good. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now we're going to bring our hands into fists and then do those circles again. It feels a little bit different with hands in fists. A bit more of a stretch. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Circle in the opposite direction. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Final thing, we're gonna sort of like blink the fingers, so like headlights going on and off. On and off. Good. Spread the fingers, hands into fists. 2 more. And then the next 5 are going to be fast. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Give those arms a little bit of a shake. Super. So we're back into a 4-point position now, but a slightly wider position than we were before. So hands just a little bit wider than shoulder width, knees just a little bit wider than hip width. Spreading the fingers out in towards the floor. And we're going to kind of circle around. So you shift your weight over to one side, bring your weight forwards, over to the other side, and then come back. So it's a nice way to mobilize through the shoulders, the wrists, and to start to get your hips moving a little bit. So we're circling around. If I turn face on, you can perhaps see that a different way. So we're shifting over, round, and to one side. Now change the direction in which you're circling. Taking the hips back to the side, over and round. Let's just do a couple more circles. Fantastic stuff. Well done. And then you're going to come and lie yourself down onto your back into a rest position, please. So that will be with your knees bent, feet and knees about hip distance apart to begin with, and let your shoulder blades just melt in towards the floor. If you want to use a pillow or a cushion, try to say the 2 words together, then it didn't come out right. So if you want to use a pillow or a cushion underneath your head for a little bit of comfort, you can. I want you to try and melt your torso in towards the floor. Make sure you can feel the base of the big toe, the little toe, and the heel all sinking down in towards the mat. And then we're going to float both arms up towards the ceiling, allowing your shoulder blades to drop into the floor. You take one arm back and one arm down. That upper arm, if you can keep it as close to your ear as possible. And then we're going to switch through the middle. One arm back, one arm down. Switch through the middle. And keep alternating side to side. Lift. And back. Lift. And back. One more each side. Lift. And back. Lift. And back. Now, whichever arm is uppermost, let's leave it there. If you need to bend the elbow for your arm to rest comfortably behind you, then you can do that. And then bring the other one up and over to meet it. So you've now got both arms overhead, resting the hands down onto the floor with as much bend in your elbows as you need for that to happen. Now bring your knees and your feet tight in towards each other. Feel your shoulder blades connecting in towards the floor, and we're going to keep them there as you take both knees over one way, and you can just gently turn your head in the opposite direction. Keep those shoulder blades pinned into the floor. Come up through the middle, and then we'll swap over to the other side. So knees go one way, head turn in the opposite direction. Now, if this is uncomfortable for your shoulders, you can place your arms out to the side. So take them as low as you need. But if you're happy to have the arms overhead, what you'll notice is you get a lovely long stretch all the way from the shoulder down to the hip on that outside. And if you've got one side that feels a little bit tighter than the other, by all means, spend a little bit more time just easing into that stretch. Let gravity do some of the work. Breathe into the movement. And then next time you come back through center, we're going to pause there, bring the arms down away from your ears, and then pick both knees up, bring the knees in towards the chest, and take a little rock from side to side. And as you rock from side to side, try and open out between the ribs and the pelvis. Feel as if you're shuffling your pelvis, walking it away from your ribs. And then we come back down into that bent knee rest position again. Slide one leg out straight. Bring the other knee up and in towards you, and then pull that knee across the body. So we're going into a nice deep twist and stretch here. We'll just pause a second. Use the breath to help you ease into the movement. Good. Now this leg that you're pulling up and across, that is then going to go and cross over onto the bent knee underneath. So we're just switching out that position so we come into this figure 4. Your bottom leg, if you want to increase the stretch, comes up and in towards you. And again, you can take a little bit of movement here, a rock from side to side, see if that helps ease into the stretch at all. And then we'll untangle the legs, and we're going to repeat that little sequence, but for the other side. So one leg goes straight, the knee, opposite knee comes up and over, and you pull across your body. Feeling that pull and stretch on the outside part of the thigh. Trying to melt your shoulders in towards the floor. And breathing into the stretch. Okay, now this leg that we've got pulling up and across is going to cross over the underneath leg as you switch round, pushing that top knee open. Good stuff. Bring your bottom leg up and in towards you if you want to increase the stretch, and add a little bit of movement into it with a little rock from side to side. Good. Untangle the legs and bring yourself carefully up into a seated position, whichever feels most comfortable to you. And then we'll come and sit so that you're facing the screen. Arms out behind you now. So we've opened out through the front of the chest at the beginning of the session. So you should feel that you can get those arms quite far out behind you with the chest open. You're going to take one leg. So I'm doing this side. We're going to take one leg out straight, pull the toes up towards you on that straight leg side. Now the bent knee, if you want to, you can cross that over the midline. If it doesn't feel comfortable, if there's any reason that you know you shouldn't cross the leg over the midline, then you can stay here. It will add an extra little bit of stretch if you cross over. The arm on the same side as your straight leg is going to reach up and over, going outside that bent knee, and turn and look to the hand at the back. Good. Untangle yourself, both hands going out behind you. We're going to uncross the leg if it's crossed and slide both legs out straight. Now we're bringing the other leg into a bent knee position and crossing it over if you feel comfortable to do that. The arm that's on the same side as your straight leg is going to reach up and round, and you wrap it over that bent knee, turn in and look into the backhand. Good. And then untangle, arms out behind you, and cross your leg if it's crossed. Take both legs out straight. Now we're going to try and stretch up the backs of your legs by bringing the hands forward, initially onto your knees, and then round the spine and walk your hands towards your toes. Good. Now this morning I'm only managing mid-shin. I need to do a little bit of work on this. But then we're going to walk the hands back up into that nice tall position. Let's do 2 more rounds of that one. Breathe in and walk your hands as far forward as you can go. Maybe you can go a little bit further this next time. And curl and come back up. Third and final time, big deep breath in. Breathe out as you walk the hands forwards. Good, and then uncurl, bring yourself back up, and then we're going to make our way up into standing. So whichever way is most comfortable and is safest for you to come up to standing, then we will do that. Good, once you're up, firmly plant those feet in towards the floor. We're going to go for a few roll downs just to finish off. So this is exactly where we started. It should feel a little bit freer and a little bit easier this time. So nice big deep breath in at the top. Breathe out, nod the chin to the chest, round the shoulders, pull the belly button towards the back and lengthen, reaching in towards your toes. Once you've got as far as you can go, take a breath in and then breathe out, uncurl through the spine, bringing the hands up the front of the thighs, chest open, eye line parallel to the floor. Twice more, inhale at the top. Exhale, fold forwards. Softening the knees, lengthen and reaching forward. Send the tailbone up towards the ceiling with your breath in. Breathe out, pull through the tummy muscles, pull through your core, bring you up and open. Third and final time, inhale at the top. Exhale, down we go. Inhale to hold that stretch. And exhale, bring yourself all the way up nice and tall. Chest open, collarbones wide, lift and lengthen through the crown of the head, bottom tucked underneath. And that is your stretch and mobility routine complete for this wonderful, wonderful Monday morning. That is if you're watching live with me. If you're on catch up, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for stretching with me, and I will see you again live next Monday at 10 or whenever you fancy doing this again on your catch up. I'll see you again soon. Thank you. Bye bye.